Washington Elementary, a K-1 center in Dixon, Illinois, celebrates Dr. Seuss's birthday bigger than Seuss himself may have. Decked out in color-coordinated clothes and matching hats, students here gathered Friday and took an oath to read. The day-long celebration spilled over into the after-hours with a family fun night sponsored in part by the Dixon Education Association.
What today's all about. Are you willing to raise your right hand and take an oath with me? Will you do that? All right, here's what I'd like you to do. Everybody in the room, I include all the adults in the back too. I'd like you to raise your right hand, and I want you to repeat after me, okay? Will you do that for me? Yeah. I'll raise my right hand and hold this too. Now repeat after me. I promise to read. I promise to read. Each day and each night. Each day and each night. I know is the key. I know is the key. To growing upright. To growing upright. I'll read to myself. I'll read to myself. I'll read to a crowd. I'll read to a crowd. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. If silent or loud. If silent or loud. I'll read at my desk. I'll read at my desk. At home and at school. At home and at school. On my beanbag or bed. On my beanbag or bed. By the fire or pool. By the fire or pool. Each book that I read. Each book that I read. Puts sparks in my head. Puts sparks in my head. Does brains grow more thoughts. Does brains grow more thoughts. The more they are fed. The more they are fed. So I take this oath. So I take this oath. To make reading my way. To make reading my way. Of feeding my brain. Of feeding my brain. What it needs every day. What it needs every day. Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you very much. I'll be here tonight and I look forward to talking with some of you about how much fun you've had today. Thank you very much. Reading is so incredibly important. It's a key that unlocks the future to so many things. It's the key to education in many ways. I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to do something like this. So often, well, not so often, but many times in my courtroom, it's not such a pleasant situation. But to see these kids so excited about learning to read is just worth it all, and it just gives me a great feeling.
We talked a little bit earlier about how more attention at this age can often lead to less attention.
That's exactly right.
Should they come before you?
That's exactly what I mentioned to you. A couple of things that are obvious. First of all, education, like I talked about, and the fact that when you learn to read, you become more educated, you find the value in education, it unlocks a lot of doors to the future. In addition to that, you learn respect, you learn so many characteristics or character qualities that are so important for people that are good citizens in our community. And those are things that you learn in doing something like what we just did in the gymnasium and in learning to read. So it's extremely important. And when, for instance, they take the oath to testify, it's something they just do because they're told to do it. They don't really understand what is said. As you saw in there today, those kids leaned on every single word. They knew exactly what they're supposed to do. They were excited about doing it. And I can promise you that the rest of the day they're going to be doing that. And it's just so neat to see that enthusiasm in those kids' voices and what they're doing.
Who is he?
My Aunt Kathy always gets books from the Dr. Seuss for me.
What's your favorite one?
Go Dog Go. I have a whole book that has like 5 books on it.
That has 5 different Dr. Seuss books?
Uh-huh.
So you went to see Seussical the musical, and what did you think?
It was pretty cool.
Did they kind of bring the stories to life?
Yeah.
Is that what they did? Can you talk about, today, can you talk about your assembly and what you did in there?
Yeah. It was really cool. My friend Raven, she is always, like, saying it's really cool.
What was your favorite part?
When they were doing the, book about the Dr. Seuss.
When the teachers did it? I thought that was cute too. Do you think it's important to learn to read? How come?
Because reading makes you smart.
Your school goes all out to
Yes,
Read
we
Across
do.
America. Can you talk a little bit about why that is, what the importance of this event is, you think?
I think I taught at a K-4 building until we went to a K-1 building, but I think it's very important for kids to have a family atmosphere nowadays, and it's very conducive to a family atmosphere when you have things that we do together. Yesterday we made oobleck as a class. Today it sat overnight and then it hardened, and so as a class we put water in it, and so it'll soften back up, that kind of thing. I think a family atmosphere nowadays is so very important, and if you don't have it at school, and you don't know what the families are at home, it just doesn't work. So a family atmosphere is very important. When any schools come to us at our regular meetings, exec or rep, during the month, and bring things for the children, we always try to approve it. What happened this time was Washington came and asked for money for their fun night tonight, the Dr. Seuss fun night tonight, which we did, $150, whatever they wanted, and that's the amount they wanted. Then Lincoln, which is our 2-3 building, came and wanted to know if they could have books, money to buy books for Accelerated Reader. We said sure. I mean, it's a teachers union, and we should be serving the children, which is what we do. Nowadays, with all the RTI, PBIS, all the things coming down from the state and from the federal, No Child Left Behind, we have 4 separate tests that we are doing, even at the kindergarten level, quarterly, sometimes more often. And it's really important for the children to just let go some days and be able to use their creative side, because creativity is so important all the way up K-12.
You know, with this age group, it's so important for us to get them hooked on reading and everything that goes along with reading, and we want to show them that there's so much fun that's associated with just starting to read a book. And you know, you can see that we did a variety of activities because it hooks them on all the exciting possibilities related to reading. And of course, we all know that that's the big secret. We get them hooked, and they get reading on their own, then they're going to be successful in school.